listening to the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast, where spiritually gifted persons receive information and tips on awakening their consciousness to develop and integrate their abilities in their daily life through spiritual growth. Here's your host, Athena Lucene.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast here at athenalucene.com. I was a little bit nervous about putting the word sex in this episode title because I thought to myself, well, sex. People are going to think, well, sex, what does sex have to do with spirituality? And I'm sure I'll get lots of emails and comments about, sex and spirituality. But nevertheless, there's nothing like being in the flow and the sweetness of your divine creativity. So on this episode, I'll be sharing with you how to nourish the divinity within you through cosmic sex. You'll also receive divine downloads and energy healing that will realign your vibrational frequency to your unique energy signature, which is your soul essence and your cosmic celebrity having a physical life experience. So let's get right to it, because I'm sure everyone is wondering, well, cosmic sex and all this other stuff and, what exactly that is. So cosmic sex. First of all, nourishing your divinity is very important, and cosmic sex is one of my favorite ways of nourishing my divinity. And essentially what that means is there are many ways that I encourage spiritually gifted persons. I think persons in general, but particularly spiritually gifted persons, because spiritually gifted persons kind of have those unique spiritual abilities that kind of allow them to delight more in the higher vibrations of higher conscious mind. And so their abilities, spiritually gifted abilities, persons actually have this ability, once they've developed their gifts, to tap into higher consciousness. And when you are tapped into your higher consciousness as a spiritually gifted person, once you've developed your abilities and once you have learned more about the uniqueness of your specific abilities and how they work together and integrate them and manage them in your day-to-day life, you are essentially standing in the true purpose of your consciousness, your higher purpose, your cosmic celebrity. And cosmic sex essentially is when, and I think that you all can think of an interaction you may have had with someone else that is also standing in the truth of their purpose or their hashtag cosmic celebrity status, right? They're on purpose with their life. They're invigorated, they're motivated, they're focused, and they're always looking to reach their full potential. And so if you ever notice, or if you've ever had an interaction like this when you're actually talking to someone else and you're sharing a recent achievement or accomplishment that you may have just had, or maybe successes of the past, and they're also sharing with you successes that they may have had, recent aha moments, just those types of delightful, tasteful conversations that are just literally invigorating. They literally light you up to your bones, to your soul. Like every fiber of your being is like excited and engaged and present in the conversation. And there's like this natural, authentic excitement, not just about the successes that you've had that you're sharing with the person, but also about the other person that you're speaking to, their successes. And when you are both like really excited for each other and, just literally so actively engaged in the conversation. There's like this laughter of joy, the conversation just flows. And, it sounds like I'm describing like a conversation with a best friend, right? But particularly there's like a unique difference when you are sharing these types of experiences with someone else who's spiritually gifted, because it brings it like it ups the ante to like a whole nother higher vibrational frequency. And it's like the vibrational frequency is so aligned. It's pure. It's like higher conscious expression of the divinity, the unique spark of divine light and love in both of you that is literally having what I call cosmic sex. There is a flow of inspiration, this flow of celebration of each of your uniqueness. And it's like there's a soul resonancy. It feels like soul mates kind of. It's like you two were literally meant to either cross each other's path or be in each other's life in some kind of capacity, in some kind of way. And to celebrate each other and celebrate, recognize, remember, honor the divinity within each other. And so the reason why I call this cosmic sex is because the state of consciousness while this conversation is happening, it's euphoric, it's blissful, it's ecstasy. There's just this natural satisfaction, there's a glow on both of your faces as you talk about the unique ways that you both are standing on your purpose and really engaging and encouraging each other and literally uplifting each other and finding and seeing like the good in each other and the potential in each other and encouraging each other and having like a genuine lighthearted wishing flow of well-being towards each other. And the reason why I think that cosmic sex is one of the best ways, it's actually one of my favorite ways of nourishing the divinity within me, is because I have deliberately created, and I'm encouraging you all to also deliberately create an environment or a life where all your relationships, or as many as your relationships as possible, nourish the divinity within you in this way. And when I say the divinity within you, essentially there is a consciousness, a non-physical consciousness that whether your name or your preferred name to describe this non-physical consciousness is, the Most High or the Heavenly Father or, a source or, the creator of the universe, whatever name that is that feels comfortable for you, that describes this non-physical, life-giving, life-invigorating, life-creating essence. You are a spark of that divine. We all are. We're a spark of that divinity. And so when we can get in a flow and through conversations, there are other ways to nourish our divinity. But this is one of my favorite ways, cosmic sex, because it's an expression of co-creation, higher and higher vibrational frequencies of love and joy and happiness and, just comfort, encouragement, passion, creativity, and, just a cultivation of like a co-creating synergy of positive energy flow. And this conversation literally like illuminates the higher consciousness of this non-physical essence, the creator of the universe that is full of expressions of higher emotions, higher vibrational frequency emotions of happiness, joy, passion, peace, progress, evolution, kindness, compassion, euphoric bliss, all things that are correlated to positive and high emotions. And so the idea is these types of nourishing cosmic sex conversations literally invigorates and sparks more and more creativity and energetic flow towards these types of higher vibrational states. And so it's kind of like the best way that I would recommend that you nourish the divinity within you, because after those conversations, you feel re-energized, reinvigorated, supercharged, and like just ready to take on the world. It's like you tap into an energy flow of feeling invincible when it comes to standing in the truth of your purpose and fulfilling your purpose. And so my encouragement to you as a spiritually gifted person, particularly, is to cultivate a life where you literally have relationships that nourish your divinity through cosmic sex. And obviously, you don't have to have conversations or be able to co-create cosmic sex with another person who's spiritually gifted. You can also have cosmic sex with a person who's not necessarily spiritually gifted, but a person who is at an elevated state of higher consciousness, or a person that is at a certain point in their spiritual growth or spiritual evolutionary journey that is also celebratory of themselves, have a healthy self-love and a healthy, well-rounded perspective on themselves, the possibilities of life, and, someone who is evolved enough to have trained their minds to see the beauty in others and to see that the cup is half full, versus half empty. So you can create cosmic sex conversations, and even with persons who are not spiritually gifted. But I challenge you to surround yourself, particularly as a spiritually gifted person, with persons that are absolutely able to engage in this cosmic sex type of energy synergy. And I encourage you to do it as often as possible and every chance you get, so that you can literally just enjoy a more peaceful and blissful day. And when you do this, the key to this is having regular cosmic sex actually prevents you from falling into lower emotional states such as depression, apathy, and anxiety, and other kinds of emotional bondage. So the idea is the more you nourish your divinity, this is what actually helps you to tap into and stay into a higher vibrational frequency so that you can perceive your reality from an expanded radial viewpoint, where you're actually able to have more spiritual insights about, your experiences and the experiences of others around you. You're able to be a blessing to yourself through the support of your own love and light, as well as being a blessing to others around you. And you're also able to easily maintain a flow of just effortless ease in every area of your life because you have really practiced at this. Now, there are many other ways that you can nourish the divinity within you, and I'm happy to share that maybe on some future episodes. But I definitely wanted to share, some information on cosmic sex and encourage you to have as much of it as possible and as often as possible, because, essentially when you can see yourself as well as others and events and life experiences the way that the creator of the universe sees it, if you can look at yourself and others through the eyes of the creator of the universe, you will understand that there is nothing but unconditional love. There is nothing but an already built-in approval and validation and appreciation for you and all that is, all the co-creating and the life experiencing that is happening, and there's no judgment of shame and dishonor and, judgment of any kind. It's a consistent, continual flow of just positive, effortless ease. As you stand in the birthright of higher conscious mind, as you stand in a flow of just absolute bliss and effortless ease, you start to realize that, you're meant to feel euphoric and blissful all the time, and as you are having a physical life experiences, the idea is, even though you won't, because of your life challenges and your experiences, necessarily be in a blissful state all the time, the idea is to shift from lower vibrational emotions as quickly as possible. And cosmic sex is one of my favorite ways of doing that. I, work very diligently to surround myself with persons who are uplifting, supportive, encouraging, and persons that see value in me and see the good in me. And essentially, I'm encouraging you all to do the same, because once you can do this, there's a blissful ease and blissful flow that will organically happen in your life. Your life is literally like a dream, and your reality will inspire others. You will be inspired and motivated yourself. And you'll actually, might surprise yourself, of the meaningful things that you're able to manifest in your life and the influence and affluence that you have as a cosmic celebrity and, purposeful, intentional liver of life. And so through nourishing the divinity within you, you're able to actually tap into this realm, this magical realm. And it's literally just like a co-creating dance between you and the creator. And, you're able to just have more aha moments, like countless aha moments in one day, spiritual insights, when you can get in the presence of your life and be centered in your own life and really focus on how you can be a blessing to other persons. What encouraging words can you use to someone else, or how can you elicit joy and happiness out of someone else who may be experiencing some sadness or some type of lower emotional vibration? And so the idea is by you nourishing your own divinity on a regular basis, it's like your cup is full and overflowing. And so you're able to overflow these abundant blessings and higher vibrational emotions. You're able to overflow them and share them with others, It's how you are meant to be a blessing to others. One of the more profound ways you're meant to be a blessing to others is because you hold a higher vibrational frequency more naturally through your connectedness, your effortless connectedness, and higher vibrational emotions through your spiritual abilities. You have deeper spiritual insights. You have a more intuitive knowing that is so organic and natural to you that you don't even know how you know what you know. And it's so natural to you that a lot of times you're not even realizing. It's like you kind of assume that others perceive their reality the same way, or at least to some degree. So there's a level of naturality that comes along with your having spiritually giftedness that's so natural and organic. It's so subtle that it's, aspects of it that's so easy for you to miss unless you're really, really paying attention. And a lot of times, you're always finding yourself discovering more and more about your abilities. And it's like those moments are filled with like just amazement, simple amazement as you learn more about your abilities or discover an aspect about you and your abilities. And, kind of like those kind of exciting moments when you discover something new about your abilities and you kind of like laugh with yourself like, wow, like that's pretty cool and pretty amazing. So the more you nourish the divinity within you, the more you're able to stand in the truth of your purpose, which is to express more expanded love and light consciousness that is, benefiting the planet and benefiting your own life and benefiting the life of others around you. The idea is through spirituality, you're always growing, you're always learning, you're always discovering more and more and remembering more and more about your true divine essence and ways of expressing that through various divine desires. So it's about having a beautiful, meaningful, and blissful life. It's about knowing how to overcome challenges. It's about knowing how to use the spiritual insight to see and have the knowing that you are guided or being guided to have that helps to ease the less than preferred lower vibrational emotions and also to help you shift exponentially and very quickly from lower vibrational emotions. And in you being able to be a ray of sunshine or a consistent higher vibrational frequency vessel, you're able to, like I stated before, be more of a blessing to others and kind of like pour those positive emotions to others and flow it towards their direction so that you can be a blessing to them. Of course, this all happens over time. There's a process. And this is why it is very important. And I'm very passionate about, working with spiritually gifted individuals because this state of experience, it doesn't happen right away. There's a process that needs to unfold. Your abilities need to be developed. They need to be nurtured. You need to take the time and have the commitment to be present with yourself and to really grow spiritually and practice being consciously present in every area of your life so you don't miss those synchronized moments or those syncopated events that happen so that it can gift you with an opportunity of further remembrance of spiritual truth and better being able to see through the illusions of lower vibrational emotions. And for you to recognize, when something is misaligned spiritually, when you are being given information or even, in a conversation, when something is shared with you that is just not aligned with what you have an intuitive knowing that it is. We're in a society on this earth planetary construct where there's so much superficial conversation, so much superficial words and, programmings are being offered even on a level of unawareness by so many. And so it's through your spiritual gifts and the development and the integration of those gifts into your daily life through spiritual growth that's going to give you your superpowers so that you can literally navigate through life more effortlessly and in a meaningful way, in a fulfilling, purposeful way that you're meant to, where you can literally feel happy, pure joy, exhilaration, and, anticipation for each moment in your life. This is what really living is truly about. So many persons are just not excited about themselves and not excited about life, maybe because they may have had certain disappointments or setbacks, or maybe life didn't turn out the way that they had hoped that it would. However, the bottom line is always turn to the light. If you can, through your spiritual abilities, always turn to the light and always remember to nourish the divinity within you, you are always going to be able to recognize at some point the clarity will eventually come if you remain determined to see and to feel and to experience yourself in a clarifying way. The idea is through spiritual practices and through spiritual principles, you're able to always incorporate divine truth in every area of your life. But that is a non-physical aspect of yourself that you must develop. And if you don't develop it, what can end up happening is that you won't end up developing your abilities to the full potential. Your life won't be the expressed full potential that it's meant to be. The divine inheritance that you're meant to have, you won't have it as a result of, you allowing either consciously or unconsciously, awareingly or unawareingly, or through just not having the right information or, having the frame of reference for what it is you're experiencing, the unique challenges as a spiritually gifted person. Your abilities can literally, if not developed and managed well, can literally become a curse in your perception, in your reality, in your manifested reality, if you are not doing the diligent work to nurture them and develop them and understand them, and discover aspects of you and how to incorporate it, and just getting to the point where you just embrace your abilities and who you are, embrace them. So I would say I encourage you to always nourish the divinity within you. There's so many ways other than through cosmic sex that you can nourish the divinity within you. However, I say just continually nourish the divinity within you. Take good care of you. Love you. Let your own love and light support you. Always pamper yourself, be gentle and loving with yourself, accept yourself for who you are, love who you are, and love and honor your spiritual giftedness. It's sacred and it is meant and is a divine tool to help you navigate through this life so that you can have more meaningful experiences, more satisfying, soul nourishing experiences. So this is something that I think that is, everyone should be having cosmic sex quite often and every time that they're able to. And so the idea is cultivate persons and relationships in your life that are full of cosmic sex and, soul nourishing, rewarding and refreshing satisfaction. So for more ways to receive information on the challenges of the spiritually gifted persons, go to athenalucene.com and select the topic that resonates the most with you and receive a free video training on that topic. I'm Athena Lucene, and I came to this Earth planetary construct as a galactic beacon of expanded love and light consciousness to support you on your spiritual growth and journey of remembrance to the universal oneness and love and divine evolution. Again, it's my absolute joy to support you. If you feel there's someone that can benefit or be inspired by this episode, please feel free to share it. And I look forward to receiving and responding to your comments. That's it for now. Enjoy your cosmic sex. And remember to have cosmic sex as often as possible. Nourish the divinity within you. That's it for now. Abundant blessings and blissful moments.